Hello, everyone. Now that Suicide Squad Kill the Franchise has been released, I'm gonna make a tier list of all the man characters. So, yeah. First, we have Shot. I think Shot is probably one of the weakest villains, probably in all of man lore. So, I'm gonna put Shot at whatever stat this is. I don't like. I get the powerful, average, and weak, but what does 19 inches and zero point 0.1 inches mean? Is that like cock size or something? I don't know. Either way, Shot is one of the worst ones. His boss fight in Arkham City is probably the easiest fucking shit known to man. Next is Bat. Yeah, Bat jump scares me. I don't like that. I don't know. Bat's pretty weak too. All right. Next is Bin, the gay lover of man. I think Bin is kind of cool, except doesn't he get kidnapped by the Jonkler? I don't know. I'd say that's kind of weak. Next is I actually don't think Black Mask has a canon name in the man universe. Well, I'm gonna make one up for him. I'm just gonna call him Black. I don't know anything about Black, really. He's honestly, he's just a side character in kind of everything. I'll go average, I guess. I don't know. Next is Killer Coock. Sexual predator turned actual predator. I'm gonna turn him. I'm gonna say he's. I'm gonna say insanely powerful. Not quite 19 inches. The thing in Arkham Asylum that he's in always scared the shit out of me. All right, the next man is known by a couple of names. I've heard him called question mark. I've heard him called Mark. I've heard him called Ed, and I've heard him called the Rizzler. And look, if you have that many nicknames, you gotta be insanely powerful as fuck. I'm gonna give the Rizzler, I'll just call him, 19 inches. Because if you got that many nicknames, there's a reason for it. You're pretty well known. You're a good one. So 19 inches all the way. Next is Freeze. Yeah, Freeze is kind of cool, but I feel like, especially in the summer, he should maybe not turn on the air conditioning 24/7. I feel like that's just going to crank up his utilities bill. Someone needs to slap him aside the head and ask him if he's stupid. I mean, he can't live without the AC. I think that's pretty weak, so Freeze gets a zero point 0.1 inches. Next is Face. Yeah, I don't know. Face is kind of weak in the man universe. I'm gonna go down to a 0.1 inches as well. I think this, I don't know what this is actually. Is this like Jonkler Man or something like that? Yeah, I don't know. It's a combination of Jonkler and Man, and those are probably some of the strongest characters, but their passion love child that it ends up creating is just a absolute inbred monstrosity. So I gotta give this thing insanely weak. Next is Dick, formerly Bin, who then left Man and went out on his own. In Batman's famous words, "I'm proud of you, Dick," or something like that. I don't remember the exact nomenclature, but Dick is a pretty powerful character. I gotta give him a 19 inches rating. Next is Stab. Now, I always thought that Stab was kind of a joke throughout the Arkham games. He'd always have like the easiest fucking boss fights known to man, and I don't know. I just always thought he was incredibly fucking weak. So I gotta give him a 0.1 inches. Stab ain't doing much stabbing with that millimeter Peter. Next is the Jonkler. I think the Jonkler is a very powerful character. He's a very well known. So yeah, Jonkler, I'm gonna go up with insanely powerful. All right, next is Wald. I always thought that Wald was a pretty cool character. Dude's built like Danny DeVito. Dude was played by Danny DeVito in a very famous Man Returns. I feel like the only thing that really handicaps him is probably that fucking bottle that he has stuck in his eye. Like, can't he just take that out? I'll go average. Next is the man of the hour, Man. Look, Man can beat up all of these other guys, so I feel like Man just has to be given the highest possible rating. If you give him anything lower, I have just one question to ask you. Are you stupid? Maybe I am stupid. I have no fucking idea who this fucker is. I don't like the look of him though, so I gotta go 0.1 inches. All right, next is Scare. Yeah, Scare I think is really cool. I've always thought that Scare is really underrated. Yeah, I'm gonna give Scare an insanely powerful. Yeah, I don't know who this bulging mass of Flab is. Is this Grund? Grund was okay, I guess, but I don't even know if this is Grund. I'll go with insanely weak. I mean, look at him. He doesn't look strong at all. I bet I could beat him in an arm wrestling competition with my pinky. I could beat him in an arm wrestling competition with my wiener. All right, next is Fred. Fred, I mean, look at him. He's got muscles for days. He's very strong. Unfortunately, he does need his own steroids supplied by Barry Bonds in order to be that much of a fucking beefcake. He's not natty like the Liver King. He's taking roids and we all know it. Take those roids away and the guy is built like the average Twitch mod for an e-girl. I gotta go with an average because without the roids, Fred is nothing. All right, next is Stroke. I've always liked Stroke. I always like Two-Stroke. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just going to give Stroke an average. No, my fucking God. I don't even know who this is. I got nothing. What is this, Pig? I don't even remember Pig. I got to go with 0.1 inches. We have Woman. I think Woman's pretty hot. Woman's got some titties. So, yeah. Although Woman might be a furry, though. She does dress up as a cat a lot. I'm going to go give her an insanely powerful. All right, this is my tier list for all of my favorite man characters. Maybe later I can do a tier list for my favorite man games and movies as well. So, bye. Are you stupid?